Okay, so good day. So we're gonna talk about bisection method. So this is the part 2. So this will contain the example number 2, which is sample number 2 natin ay obtain the second root from the given function using interhalving or bisection method. So terminate the process if the absolute error is less than or equal to 0.01% and tabulate the results. So round off your answer to 4 decimal places. So before solving, so take note natin yung mga importante. Second root. Ito, percentage absolute error is 0.01%, tapos 4 decimal places. Siyempre, importante rin yung function, which is f of x is equal to 3x squared minus sine x minus e of x. So, equate lang natin sa 0 and then kukunin natin yung roots ng function. Now, as you can see, ang second example natin is a transcendental function. So, meron tayong 3x, so apart siya ng quadratic. Sin x is a trigo function. So, ganito. Pag nag-substitute ka sa trigo function, so kahit anong sine, cosine, dapat tatandaan nyo is pag nag-sine ka, is dapat naka-radian yung calculator nyo. Pag nag-substitute kayo ng values ng x to the sine, dapat naka-radian. Okay? Hindi dapat naka-degrees yung calculator nyo. So, lahat naka-radian. And then, yun na, exponential. So, minus ex. So, eto, nag-tabulate lang ako. Okay, so, paano natin kinukuha itong mga initial values? Actually, ito, ang pinakamaganda kasi is to graph. Okay? So, i-graph natin yung function. So, ang function natin is 3x squared minus sin x minus sin x minus e raised to x. So, punta tayo sa graphing calculator. So, ito yung gamit ko kasi. GeoGebra calculator suite. So, just ito lang yung website na www.geogebra.org/calculator. Pero hindi ko naman sinasabing ito palagi gagamitin nyo. Ito lang yung para sa akin is reliable na. Okay? So, enter lang natin yung function. So, f of x, tama. F of x. So, enter lang natin siya doon. F of x is equal to 3x squared. Okay. So, habang nagtatype tayo, actually, nagpapakita na siya. Minus, so, sin tayo, sin x, and then minus e 3 exponent x. Okay, kung sanay kayo mag-type, pwede nyo i-diretso yung e-raised x. Pero kung di kayo sanay, pwede nyo mag-select like that, and then x. So, ito yung graph natin. So, pwede natin yan, no? So, maximize natin. So, yan yung graph natin. So, pwede mo siyang i-drag. Okay. So, this is our graph. So, ito pa, taas na siya. Hindi na natin alam kung asan siya papunta. Ito, pababa na rin. So, dito lang tayo sa function na ito. So, as we can see, meron tayong 3 roots. Actually, habang pag-clinic mo dito, pag-clinic mo ito, so, makikita mo ano yung root na. Ito yung mga hinanap natin. So, first root, this is the second root, and then the third root. Actually, doon pala mahanap mo na. Pero, gagawin natin is by bisection method. So, ang tinatanong ng problem is second root. So, this is our first root, tama? This is the second. So, dito tayo mag-root. Okay? So, nasaan siya? Nasa pagitan ng 1 and 2. Okay? But, dun sa table, okay? So, ang nasa table kasi, so, nasa table is negative 3 to 5. So, may nagtanong kung bakit negative 3 to 5. So, ito lang yan. So, ito yung buong medyo parang gagamitin natin na graph. So, negative 3. So, kumuha lang ako from between kung ano yung hahanapin nating root. So, negative 3 to 5. So, itong point na to. So, negative 3, which is, ito na yung boundary niya. So, ito yung ko-consider natin na so, makikita naman natin na within the negative 3 and 5 is nandun na yung root. Actually, pwede rin negative 2, pero parang nilagyan ko lang mas negative 3 ako nagsimula dun sa table. Okay? So, ito yung example number 2. Now, sinubstitute ko lang yung mga values nito doon sa calculator. Okay? So, negative 3. Pag nag-substitute ka, papaalala ko lang. So, salpa mo yung negative 3 dyan. 3 raised to negative 3 squared minus sine negative 3 minus e raised to 3 is equal to 0. So, yun is pag nag-substitute ka, dapat naka-ray dyan. Okay? So, meron akong tuturo kung paano, sample, wala kayong calculator. Ay, wala kayong graphic. Merong way naman. Okay? So, pero, okay, sige. I-ano natin. So, yan. May nilabas akong calculator. So, ang function natin is, ito tama. 3x squared sine minus sine x. So, ito, may tuturo. So, mode. So, pag minode mo siya, table. Tama. Before that pala, i-regions natin. So, shift, setup, region. So, naka-region na siya. Regions. So, enter nyo lang, 3, yung function, 3 of x squared. So, ito yung table. Minus, sine, so, x, alpha x, minus, shift, e, alpha x. Okay. Now, g of x. So, mag-start lang tayo. So, since nakita na natin kanina, nang start natin is negative 3, and then ang n natin is 5 pa rin. So, n 5, so, yun na yun. Step is kapag every 1 lang yung so, 1 lang yung simula natin. So, pag 1 yung step, so, negative 3, negative 2, negative 1. Pero pag 0.5, so, negative 3, 0.5, negative 2.5, so, difference niya. Pero 1 lang gagamitin natin. So, yan na yung table. Okay? So, check natin kung tama yung niya. So, negative 3 and 27.0913. So, negative 2, 12.774. So, naka-round off. Oops. Naka-round off na kasi yan. So, 7740 kasi pag ni-round off mo yan dito, maging 7740. And then, negative 1 is 3.4736. So, kay 0, x is 0. f of x natin is negative 1. So, 1 is negative 0.59598. 2 is 3.7016. 3 is 6.773. Tama. So, check lang natin. Now, paano tayo titingin ng roots dyan? Di ba pag... Okay, balik tayo dun sa... graph. So, tago ko muna yung calculator. So, 'di ba, masasabing root kapag pumasok siya within this or nag-cross siya within this x-axis. Root na yan. So, lahat ng nasa x-axis, so, ito, roots na yung tatlong yan. Okay? So, kapag yung values niya is from positive to negative. So, yung mga values ni y, from positive to negative siya, di ba? Tapos, negative to positive. Kapag nag-change yung sign ng value ni y between nung nasa table, big sabihin may nadaan na siyang root. Most probably. Hindi ko rin sinasabing lahat kasi minsan may mga pag dumaan talaga, pag nag-change root talaga, sure na may root siya. Okay? So, balik tayo sa table. Ito. So, makikita natin ng first root is between negative 1 and 0. Kasi from positive, naging negative yung sign. So, alam natin na dumaan diyan yung root. And then, second root natin between 1 and 2. Kasi negative yung value ni f of x sa 2. Kay 3 ay sa 1 pala, negative. Sa 2 is positive. Okay? And then, third root is between 3 and 4. Kasi, from 6 yung 6.7733 a positive, naging negative 5.8413. So, ang kailangan lang natin is dito sa 1, 2. Kasi second root yung kinukuha natin. Second root. So, yan yon. Actually, inano ko siya. So, as you can see, there are 3 roots. The problem is searching for the second root, point B. So, we will start with the following boundaries. XO natin is 1, X1 natin is 2. So, yun yung first iteration natin. XO1, f of XO is negative 0.5598. Okay? And then x1, 2. Ang f of x natin, f of x1 is 3.706. Nakuha na natin siya kanina. And then get the midpoint. 1 plus 2 over 2 is 1.5. Itong 1.5 yun yung substitute natin sa f of x2. So, 3 times 1.5 squared minus sine 1.5 minus e raised to 1.5 is 1.2708. So, try lang natin mag-solve. So, babalik si Calcio. So, mode. Complex. So, 3 times, papakita ko lang, 1.5 squared, 3x squared siya, minus sine 1.5, tama. Naka-radian dyan sa minus shift E raised to 1.5. Ano? Bakit po? minus yan, 1.2708. So, ganun siya. So, since positive si x, yung f of x natin, so pag positive si f of x, meaning replace x1 with x2. Okay? Next. So, second iteration, xo natin is 1. Ang x1 natin is 1.5. So, nakuha naman na natin mga values ng f of x nila. So, negative 0.5598 kapag 1 yung xo mo. And then, fx1 is 1.2708. Okay? And then, okay, so, second iteration, kukunin natin yung midpoint ng 1 at 1.5, which is 1.25. And then, substitute natin. So, babalik si calculator. So, substitute lang natin. 1.25 and 1.25. So, 0.2482. And then, kukunin lang natin yung percentage error. So, present minus previous. So, pag in-absolute value natin yan, so, ganito yon. So, shift, abs. Okay. So, lagyan na natin ng numerator and denominator. Ang present is 1.25. Ang previous is 1.5. Over 1.25 present. So, times mo lang ng 100. So, that is 20%. So, yun yung percentage error. So, positive si f of x natin. So, 0.482. Tama. Positive siya. Kaya, replace x1 with x2. Next. So, tago muna natin si calcu. So, itong xo, 0 pa rin. Ay, x0 is 1 pa rin. x1 is 1.25. f of xo is negative 0.5598. f of x1 is 0.2482. Kunin natin midpoint. 1 plus 1.25 over 2 is 1.125. Tama. And then, f of x2 is equal to, substitute natin yung 1.125. Yan. So, 1.125. So, ganun lang. Magsa-substitute tayo. Okay. So, negative 0.1856. So, negative siya. And then, kukunin natin yung percentage error na 1.125 minus 1.25 over 1.125. So, that is 11.1%. 11.1111. 1111. Percentage. So, replace xo with x2. So, yan. Now, fourth iteration. Si xo naging 1.125 na. And then, f of xo is negative 0.1856. x1 naman natin is 1.25.2482. Hindi siya nag-change. So, x2 1.125 plus 1.25 over 2. So, average lang or midpoint. 1.1875. And then, substitute na natin ito dun sa function. So, bala na kayo mag-substitute kasi pinakita ko naman from first to third. Makukuha natin is 0.0242. Okay? So, percentage error, 1.1875 minus 1.125 over 1.1875 times 100%, absolute value to, is 5.2632%. So, hindi pa siya less than 0.01. So, replace x1 with x2. So, tuloy lang natin iteration. 6 iteration, xo, x1. And then, x2 natin. So, midpoint of 1.1563 and 1.1875, 1.1719. Substitute natin to fx2. So, makuha natin is negative 0.0296. So, negative siya. Replace xo with x2. Ang relative error or yung percentage error natin is 1.3312%. So, pababa na siya. Next, 7 iteration. So, na-replace lang yung xo kasi negative nga. So, xo, x1, fxo, and fx1 is na-solved na from previous. So, x2 natin will be 1.1719 plus 1.1875 all over 2 is 1.1797. So, sa substitute natin tong x2 to the function 3x squared minus sin x minus e raised to x, which come up na ang f of x2 natin is negative 0.0028, and then percentage error, so previous minus present minus previous over present is, and then times 100%, 0.6612%, and then negative yung f of x2 natin, replace xo with x2. 8 iteration, ngayon, xo is 1.1797, x1 1.1875. So, midpoint nila or yung midpoint nila is 1.1836. So, add then divide by 2. Itong 1.1836 new x2 natin, substitute natin sa f of x para makuha yung f of x2, which is 0.0106 positive. And then 1.1836 minus 1.1797 over 1.1836 times 100% is 0.3295%. So, ito, absolute value siya. Paulit-ulit yung process hanggang ito is less than 0.01% na. So, replace x1 with x2 kasi positive yung f of x2 natin. 9 iteration. So, ang xo natin is 1.1797 with the f of xo negative 0.0028. x1 natin is 1.1836 with f of x1 0.0106. And then, substitute, kunin natin midpoint. So, 1.1817. So, substitute natin. So, 3 times 1.1817 squared minus sine 1.1817 minus e raised to 1.1817, which is 0.0041. So, papaalala ko lang ulit, dapat kapag nag-substitute sa calcu, dapat naka-radians. And then, percentage error natin is 0.1608. So, palapit na. Replace x1 with x2. Kasi positive. Next, 10 iteration. So, xo, x1 with an x2 of 1.1807. Substitute natin sa function, makuha natin is 0.0006. So, percentage error is 0.0847%. Positive, replace x1 with x2. 11 iteration. So, napalitan lang si x1 from the 10th. And then, kukunin natin midpoint ng dalawa. 1.1797 plus 1.1807 over 2. Ang x2 natin is 1.1802. So, 3 times 1.1802 squared minus sine 1.1802 minus a raised to 1.1802 is equal to negative 0.0011. So, percentage error, 0.0424. So, palit na ng palit. XO with X2. Replace XO with X2. 12 iteration. X2 natin is 1.1805. Pag sinubstitute, makukuha ng f of x2 is negative 0.0001. And then, percentage error, present minus previous over present. Makukuha natin ng percentage error is 0.0254%. Negative yung lumabas sa f of x. Replace xo with x2. And then yun nga, 13 iteration. So ito na yung third panghuli. Xo natin is equal to 1.1805. F of xo is negative 0.001. x1 natin is 1.1807. F of x1 natin is 0.0006. x2 is 1.1806. So, substitute natin. Makukuha is 0.0003. So, percentage error is 0.0085%. So, since mas mababa na siya sa terminating condition natin na 0.01%, less than or equal to 0.01%, terminate na natin process. Yung huling x2, yun na yung root natin, which is 1.1806. And then, tatabulate na natin. Ito yung naka-table na siya. So, lahat ng value, nandyan. Okay, so, sana naka-abot kayo dito. So, ito, bibigyan po kayo ng tip para sa exam. So, ito, ang highlightan ko, yun yung given. So, sa exam natin, hindi ko na papagraph. Binigay ko na yung okay, highlightan natin ng yellow. So, ito, given siya. Given na yung XO, given na yung X1. Okay. So, yun ka magsisimula. Pero, hindi ko sasabihin ko ano yung function, hindi ko rin sasabihin kung ano. Pero, given na siya. So, ang ilalagay nyo na lang is ganito yung makikita, parang ganito yung makikita nyo sa long exam. So, isang table lang siya. So, may question sa taas. So, nandun yung function. So, sa substitute, lalagay nyo lang lahat dito yung values. So, parang fill in the table. Hindi fill in the blocks. Sa table naman siya. Okay? So, pagkakaalala ko hanggang 11 iteration yon. Kasi nagawa ko ng exam. 11 iteration. So, huwag niyong kakalimutan yung exam sa Webes. Sana mataas pa rin makuha nyo. Parang yung last long exam ng highest ata. Last long exam is 97% ata. Or higher pa. Although, may mga mabababa din. Pero average nung exam nyo last time is matataas. Okay? So, yung mga mabababang nakuha, so, keep up. Sana makabawi kayo. And then, okay. So, thank you sa pakikinig. May natutunan kayo. And then, kung may question, ito lang yung ano ko. Facebook account, email ads. So, contact nyo lang ako. Masagot naman ako eh, kahit pa paano. Hehe. So, have a good day. Sana safe kayo this pandemic. So, God bless.